Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to do swatches for you of the two main new products released in Tarte's most recent collection. I'm not actually sure what the name of the entire collection is. It's either the Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust collection, or some people have been calling it the Flower Power collection. But in any case, it's the newest one that has released during this summertime of the year. The collection has several products in it, including an entire vault, but the two really standout products are the new eyeshadow palette, which you see on the screen here on the left, and the new Amazonian Clay blush on the right. So those are the two things that I'm going to swatch for you and focus on in this video, giving you my first impressions and showing you what the color looks like swatched. You can purchase this collection through Tarte Cosmetics. It is also available to purchase through Ulta and Sephora. Please make sure you check the description box below if you would like to see where you can purchase these items if you're interested in them. Please also make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. There are a lot of videos that have been made in the last week. All right, without any further delay, let's get to swatching the new eyeshadow palette and Amazonian Clay blush from Tarte. So let's actually start by swatching the new Amazonian Clay blush first. This is a limited edition shade with limited edition packaging. This costs $29. It is very girly, almost kind of childlike packaging, but it is very cute. The compact opens up, has a full-size mirror inside, and this is the shade Fairy Flush. Looks like a very muted nude shade. And Tarte's description for this blush says, "This super soft, silky powder helps prevent harsh lines or chalky buildup. Micronized Amazonian clay helps control oil and infuse moisture for balanced skin and seamless blending." Now let's see if this one actually can be popped out of this packaging. Oh, it can. You see this little opening there? If you stick a pen in there or a what do you call it? Not a paper clip, but a safety pin, and put it through that opening, you should be able to pop this pan out and put it into another palette if you want to. Okay, so I've picked the product up on a fluffy angled powder brush, and I'm swatching it over the skin. My skin does have a base to it, meaning it has like moisturizer on it. Okay, I'm gonna do a second layer here. The shade Fairy Flush is described as a light rosy pink, and I think that's pretty accurate. All right, and just to build it up, I'll apply a third layer, but you can clearly see that it's the kind of shade that's a very subtle flush and will probably not show up on your skin if you're any significant shade darker than my skin, which right now is about NC 25 in MAC coloring. Let's see what it looks like if I do a heavier swatch with my finger. Okay, so on the left we have, with that angled powder brush, a few layers of the color applied. It does seem like it'd be a very easy color to work with, and it seems to blend very smoothly and evenly over the skin. And then you see kind of that heavier swatch I did with my finger, just for a color comparison, not so much a practical application there. And it does have a matte finish, but it doesn't look dry or patchy at all. And next we're going to take a look at the Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust eyeshadow palette. This retails for $39, and as you can see, there is similar glitter packaging on the surface of the compact. It also opens up with a full-sized mirror. The shades are in the layout of a flower, so you get a total of, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11 is it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11 shades, 10 on the outer portion, and then that one larger shade inside. That center shade might actually be a highlighter. That's usually how these palettes from Tarte are laid out. So maybe it's 10 eyeshadows and one highlighter in the middle. So I will probably start from this shade here, Mystical, and then I'll go clockwise swatching the 10 shades, and then separately I will swatch the highlighter shade for you, which is in the middle there. So an up close look at the different eyeshadow shades that you have on the perimeter there. In terms of Tarte's description, it says this palette features 10 eyeshadows and 1 highlighter in a range of rosy, plummy, and neutral shades. You'll find shimmering metallics as well as creamy, never chalky mattes in magnetic, removable pans laid out to look like a flower. Now, in terms of these pans being removable, it doesn't look to me like they are. I mean, you can forcibly remove them the way similarly you would with a MAC single eyeshadow, but when I look on the back here, I don't see any sort of opening that you would use in order to pop them out. All right, so starting with Mystical and applying these with a flat eyeshadow brush from Sigma. This is a metallic magenta. It has slightly duochromed finish there. Next is Wish, which is a deep matte plum shade. Gossamer is a matte cream shade. Frolic is a matte light brown. Twinkle is a metallic gold. I would say this also is kind of a duochrome. It's like a peachy champagne with a pink flash there, gold pink flash. Flitter is a metallic light pink. Wonder is a deep matte plummy brown. Whimsical is a matte purple mauve. Giggle is a light matte mauve. And Magic is a metallic rosy copper with silver shimmer. All right, so in terms of the eyeshadows, here are your 10 shades. The metallic shades seem to go on pretty smoothly and with good color. This last shade here, Magic, has the most kind of flecks that come off. You can kind of see there on the bottom of the swatch. I guess it went on the least smoothly overall, though it's kind of hard to tell. The mattes they could be creamier and smoother. You probably saw me dabbing with a lot of the mattes to get a smoother, more even finish. Now, you do have to remember that these are arm swatches, so I'm swatching over a much larger area than the area that you're going to be applying them when you're doing it on the lid. So usually, especially with mattes, you don't see the severity of patchiness that you do with a big arm swatch because you're not swatching over as large of an area. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that these seem to be mattes that will perform pretty well on the lids, even though they do show a little bit of patchiness when applied to the arm. Okay, now I'm going to swatch that middle shade. I don't know if it's a typo on Sephora's website because it calls it an eyeshadow in the shade Flower Crown. Because the description says it's a highlight, so I'm sure you could use it either way, but we're going to swatch it as if it were a highlight with that same angled powder brush. So that's one layer. I'm going to apply a second one. Maybe you can see there's a lot of fallout with this shade. The metallic particles are kind of gritty and go everywhere. Once you're actually pushing it into the skin like this, it does actually look really beautiful and it gets rid of those flakes that you can see here, but you should really be careful with this because you're going to get all of this splatter when you're applying it to your cheeks. All right, now I'm applying a heavy swatch of Flower Crown with my finger. This is described as a metallic white champagne. Okay, so there's the swatches up close. It's definitely something I think would be interesting to use foiled as an eyeshadow. It would work as a highlight, but you're just going to get so much of that metallic splatter all over your face, so I don't know about that part. The other part that's quite inconvenient is the pan is so small, it's really hard to get your brush into it if you're using a powder brush for the face. Alright, so there are the two main products from the new Tarte collection. Overall, I think that they are good. I don't know that I'm really super impressed by either of them, but I think they're solid selections for people who are looking for the particular shade of the blush or shade range that's in the eyeshadow palette. If you have tried either one of these products already, then please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I know that there's a brush set that's pretty eye-catching being released with the collection too, so if you've tried other things from the collection, please also let me know what you think about those. I hope that this was helpful to you if you were eyeing any of this stuff from the new Tarte collection. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video.